Hi, guys, and we are at the end of brand new 2020. And if you guys are still here, still watching, still engaged, thank you. And my heart is so full. And I truly hope that you were encouraged, that you were inspired. My heart in doing all of this was just that you would know your value, that you would know your worth, that you would know that the things that are inside of you are worth something. And I hope that by hearing all the different stories of different circumstances, that you could place yourself in one or two or three or parts of other people's journeys. And you could say, you know what, if they can do it, I can do it too. And so some of the common themes that I've seen through my interviews this past week that you guys have gotten to see is that when you're a little kid, all the things that you are meant to have and be, they're already inside of you. And sometimes in life, we get so caught up by looking at everybody else and hearing all of the other influences in our lives, whether it be parents, teachers, people that have just come into your life at different points, spouses, boyfriends, whatever the case may be. We listen to all of the opinions of the people around us that tell us, you can't do this. Who are you to do that? Or we think you should do this, or this is the right path. And oftentimes we get lost in all of that, and we don't remember those things that are in us since we were born. Since before we were born, we were created for purpose. And sometimes we overthink it. Sometimes we make purpose into something that's way too big. But purpose is something that you can live in every single day. And whether you are a stay-at-home mom, or you are a CEO of a company, or you are an entrepreneur or an influencer, whatever you do every single day, you can live in your purpose. And so I just want to really highlight to you some of the practical ways that you can start to discover that. And one thing that I will say, especially for me in this last year, I have realized how important having that time to be still is, to shut out all the other noise, to get quiet, to get still, to listen to you. You know, for me, oftentimes, like, I have God in my life. You may have something else, whatever it is for you, get still and say, what is my purpose? You know, this whole virtual summit was birthed out of that place. On my 3 months of lockdown, I got quiet. I stopped. I mean, the world allowed me to not be busy for just enough time to really get clear and to get grounded. And that is my hope for you. It was in that space that I heard the nudge. If you remember Jessica's interview where she talked about those nudges and to run towards the roar. It was in that space that I felt something just as simple as to post a video. And so I did. And it's in that space that this developed, this space of who are the people that I love, that I'm called to serve, that I want to help. And all of these different clients popped up into my head. And I started to think about the struggles that they had, the struggles of feeling like they were alone, feeling like who they were, where they were introverted like Christiane, that, you know, felt like their voice didn't matter or it couldn't be heard. When she spoke about being quiet and being deeper, that is so powerful, that if you're an introvert, that you have a voice, that you have something to share. I sit and listen to clients tell me, I'm retired. What do I do? Where do I go? I don't know. I've done this for 30 years and now I don't know who I am anymore because I placed my purpose and my value in my job. I have 20-year-olds that tell me, I just don't know if I can find it. I don't know if I have it yet. I don't know which direction to go. And I would say to you, if you're a 20-something watching this, one thing that really helped me when I was younger is just pick something. You know, there are things in you that you already know you love. just try to ignore the voices around you, the pressures around you, and just hold on to that thing that you know that's burning in you. Try it. You have your whole life ahead of you. Try it, go after it, see what comes. Because I can promise you that you can go into the pattern of what your friends are doing, or what you've been told to do, or what you are expected to do, or you can make decisions based on money and how much you're going to make and what you're going to accomplish, or you can go off of what you feel that burns in you. Like Steve said, your brand is your burning. Your brand is the things inside of you that are burning. And now you just got to figure out, where do you let that out? Who do you put that in front of? Who do you show that to? So if you are someone who is in your 30s, 40s, 50s, and you're just saying, like, I've done this for so long, and you know what? I have all the things that people tell me should make me happy. I have the job, I have the title, I have the expense account, I have the, health account, all of the bells and whistles. I travel, whatever the case may be, you have it. But inside you're dying. Inside you're like, this does not satisfy me. And I'm not saying that you need to go out and quit your job. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is, either you need to find that burning, that thing that gets you fired up, that thing that you can bring to other people, and you need to bring that to your job, or you need to start a side hustle. You need to start serving, volunteering, building on that purpose that's inside of you. We all have it. And it is time for us to stop looking at all of the other people around us and to start thinking about who we are. What do you bring to the table? As I've been doing this for you and walking through this with you, I'm literally living this right in front of you. I had that nudge, I had that push, I had that pull, and I acted on it. And now, months later, I'm doing this video for you to share my heart, because I believe that what I have, the purpose that I was created for, is to encourage, is to pull things out of people that they don't see in themselves. And that's something that in my own life I've had people do, and there's so much power in that. So if you are really feeling like, you know what, Naomi, I'm in for it. I'm here for it. I want to move forward. I want to take that next step. I'm really feeling like the next step for me is to set up like a little boot camp and take those of you along for the ride. I don't know the exact numbers. I'm literally creating this in front of you. I have notebooks full of ideas, and I know what I want to build, but I haven't built it yet. And I would love to do that with you. So if you're saying, you know what, I'd like a little bit more coaching, I'd like a little bit more, accountability, I would like a little bit of a community to come around me as I figure this stuff out. A big part of all of this, like Jennifer Barrow was saying, is your mindset. It's the words that you speak, the things that come out of your mouth. We need to change that. And sometimes you need help. Sometimes you need people to come alongside of you, even if it's just for an hour, but that hour shifts your perspective. I would love to do that for you. So if that is something that you're interested in, please let me know. You can email connect@brandnewsummit.com, and you can just say, hey, like, I'm here for it. I want to move forward in this, and I'll make sure that I send out some emails as well and newsletters for you guys to be able to get a hold of that. But as you listen to these videos, I really hope that you download some of this stuff into your spirit, that you catch that you catch Ashley's heart of, there's no dream that is too small. No dream is too big. Dream. Get out there and start seeing possibility. It's been a hard year. It's been a challenging year, but we need to be able to dream. We need to be able to push ourselves forward. And you need to be able to pour into other people. As Vlad said, mentorship. That's what it's all about. People building the next generation, people building other people to carry on that legacy. What is your legacy? As Levi said, write down your eulogy. What are the things that you want people to say about you when you're gone? Write those things down. Start thinking about those things. Start believing those things. If you are someone who is shy and you feel like I can't do the big thing, yes, you can. You know, take some time and learn your story. As Jillian said, you know, what are the key things about your journey? Craft that story, your origin story. Start thinking about that and realize that there's other people that are in the same situation as you that need that same support. And so I just so encourage you guys to get fired up, to get excited about your personal brand. You are a brand. It does not matter what you're doing, but what does matter is that you're making an impact with that brand. And I cannot be more excited that you chose to take this adventure, that you chose to walk through this with me as I am building my own brand. But before I even go there, let's just realize that you already are your brand. All you need is the confidence. You need the mindset to get over the fear, just to do the thing. And I'm going to tell you something that over the next few years, watch for this, because this is me being vulnerable. I have always felt like music was in me, that I was meant to write songs, that I was meant to sing. And I've played around in the quiet and I've done these things, but that's something that I have always felt this pull. But you know what? Society tells you that you're too old. You can't learn this at that age. You can't, if you were meant to do that, you would have already been doing that. But let me just speak this to make a public declaration that will be something that I walk into. Why? Because I want to live my life without letting anything hold me back, without missing any of it, stepping into everything that I could have, everything that I can offer, everything that I could possibly build and put into other people's lives, everything that I can inspire people with. I want to walk in that. And so by doing that, it means being uncomfortable. It means stepping out and doing the things that you're like, what are people going to think? Like Janet said, stop worrying about what everybody else thinks and hold on to who you are. That is everything. Who you are is everything. And I would encourage you to find something that grounds you. For me, that's God. For you, you will find something. Pull towards that. Know that there is this idea of attraction. What you speak, what you put out there, those are the things that you will attract into your life. So as you start writing things down and start visualizing who you are, and for those of you that decide to take this next step with me, the boot camp, however that looks, that's going to be the things that we do. Mindset, write your vision down. Let's get past all the fear, guys. Fear is not where we're meant to stay. Fear is something that helps direct us and guides us, but it's not where we're meant to be. We're meant to live in purpose, walk in your brand. So thank you. Thank you for being a part of this. If this touched you, I want you to share it. And one thing I really wanted you guys to know is that, there's this, as Cliff was saying, there's this organization called the Dream Center. And I was very fortunate to be a part of that when I was very young, helping put it all together and to watch it, 20 years later to where it is right now. And they really live this. They take people off of the street that are saying, hey, I want to be different. I want to make a change. I want to do the impossible. I've been handed and dealt some really crappy cards in my life. And it's landed me on the street broken and hurting. And this organization takes those people that say, hey, yeah, that's me. I want to change. And they take them and they give them a home. They start to show them their purpose. They help them to develop skills to be able to go back out into the world and offer their purpose to other people. And so that organization connects very strongly with my heart and with what I'm doing. And so I've chosen to take 10% of whatever is made from the upsells of the tickets, and there is no pressure for you to get a ticket. And with that being said, I would love if, even if you don't want to keep all these recordings, you don't want to do that, that you would find them. I'll make sure there's a link, but that you would find, you know, that organization and donate freely. There's a lot of other places that you can pour into, and I really really wanted to connect those two together, because what I'm doing is helping people find purpose, but what they're doing, like, they're giving purpose, they're giving meaning to lives, and it is a beautiful thing. And so if you're really struggling with what am I meant to do, go serve. As Cliff said, go serve. In serving, you will discover who you are. Serve the people around you. It's not about being selfish. The days of selfies and selfishness and you, that's why there's so many broken people. If you start to believe in other people and seeing them, as Vlad said, creating other great minds, that's what we're meant to do. That's what we're meant to be, you know? And be your own version of that. Like Tin, be unapologetically yourself, you know? Like Linda, lean into your faith, lean into what you're good at, your wheelhouse, and allow other people to lean into theirs. And as a team, we will build a better world and a better future. And one thing I wanted to say about finances, one thing that goes hand in hand with growing and developing is being able to not hold on to things so tightly, not holding on to ideas so tightly that you're stuck. Like, let's say you started off going to med school, and inside of you, you're like, this is killing me. This is not who I am. But you know what? I've invested 3 years. I've invested 3 years to this. This has been everything. I can't back out now. I'm not telling you to quit everything, but what I am telling you is listen to your heart. If it's not you, and if you've made a wrong turn, you know, like David said, you can do a 380. You can turn it around and you can go do something else. And so when we hold on to things too tightly, we miss it. When we hold on to relationships too tightly because we're afraid to be alone, we miss bigger, greater opportunities. And so for you right now with your money, and this isn't a pitch for me, but if you're listening to this and you're like, oh, I'd really like to upgrade, but this is just an example, and you're like, oh, but I don't really want to spend the money, or I would love to donate, but oh, I don't really want to spend the money because I don't have a lot of money. I will tell you that when you start giving outside of yourself, outside of your ability, in a way, don't be foolish, but when you feel a nudge to buy someone a Starbucks or a lunch, do it. As you start giving out of your lack, you will have more abundance than you know what to do with. And I am a living testimony of that. Like, my life, I listen to those nudges, and I have never went without. I'm a single mom. I shouldn't be where I am, and I'm not a millionaire by any means, but I've been taken care of. And so I just really want to speak to that idea of attraction, and it goes with money too. It's whatever we hold on to so tightly, those are the things that stunt us from moving forward. So let go today. Let go. Like Andrea said, pick one thing. Pick one thing and do that with everything in you. Learn to let go. Learn to take a leap. Learn to believe in who you are. And there are amazing resources that will help you to build on that and to grow on that. But all I can say is it's going to be exciting. And I don't know what the next year will hold. I'm trying not to get ahead of myself, because that's a lesson that I've learned, that do the thing, you know, don't like go this, just do the thing. And so I'm doing the thing right now, but there's a lot in me. And so I hope that this is not just for right now, but that we get to take a journey together, and I get to see you guys grow and see your summits and see the things that are in you. I cannot wait. That I hope this is the spark that launches you into the great, into the things like, what did they say? Shoot for the moon, and if you land among the stars, like that's pretty amazing. Shoot for the moon, okay, you guys? Love you. I'm here for you. Please connect with me and let me know how you felt about all this and what you took from it. My Instagram handle is @XONaomiLee. And I'm also creating, it's called Born Creator, and it's just gonna be a community, have a community on Facebook. And it's also just a place where I really want to highlight different creatives and different people that are doing the thing, and I wanna promote them. And so that could be you, there'll be a directory. And so if you wanna be a part of any of that stuff, just let me know, I would love it. And again, thank you for being a part of Brand You 2021.